We really want to have more say on what's going on this river. There's too many issues out there that are impacting the salmon.
There's new threats from coal and oil and gas that are proposing to use the Columbia as this fossil fuel highway.
It's not just the piece by rail, but it's once it comes off the rail, it's going on ships. So now you're putting it right in the middle of the river. So there's not only concerns that are there now of what's going on, but what we know is coming up.
The thought of an Exxon Valdez type accident on the lower Columbia when all of the juvenile salmon are there, you know, getting ready to go into the ocean, or when runs of adults are coming up, it's just, you know, it's horrifying, the damage that a big oil spill could do. You know, we've gone from a society that was using the river as a dumping ground a few generations ago to a new generation where we understand the importance of the river. We understand that it's vital to our health, to our economy, and to our culture. You know, in certain places it certainly is industrial, and it's been subjugated by dams and by industry and other things like that. But you know, those are small pockets along the river where you can get away from those pretty quickly. So Hanford's tricky. The water quality is pretty good there, other than the nuclear waste, and it's the last best place on the main stem for those salmon to spawn.
I'm a descendant of the people that were forced removed from that area when the Manhattan Project came in.
Yeah, so Hanford does leak waste into the Columbia. You know, there's both chemical waste, things like chromium that are really toxic, and there's nuclear waste going into the Columbia.
Now we're returning to there and accessing some of those areas and working with the people and understanding that it's the most contaminated site in the Western Hemisphere. I guess I built a passion to envision and strategize how the future is going to look, how we can build sustainable community in this area from what we have to work with here.
About 4 years ago, I had to go in a field up by what they call Evans, digging units and testing the area. We were all shocked because everything that would come up was black, sparkly, tar-looking, and this is from TECK Kaminko.
The TECK smelter is operated for over 100 years.
Without them, TRAL wouldn't be here.
Placed strategically right on the bank of the Columbia River.
They've always paid a good wage. In any downturns in the economies, we don't feel it here.
I got very sick. That fall, I could hardly walk. I could hardly raise my arms.
They came to the conclusion that this river should be identified and classified as an industrial river. And does that give them permit to throw whatever they want, us, all of us, whatever we didn't want into the river?
Gosh darn diddly heck, look at all this trash.
I won't swim in the Columbia River anymore. I won't eat nothing from the Columbia River because after seeing the black sludge, I thought, I don't care what they say. I'm not eating anything out of there until it's cleaned up.
I guess as white men, we have to apologize to the First Nation and Indians of what we've done to your rivers and your mountains and streams. And there have been mistakes made in the past, and we have to fix them. My question to you today is, what are we doing today that we're going to have to fix tomorrow?
But will you forgive me? Will you forgive me? Have we, as a dominant culture, and maybe at times a domineering culture, said to our native peoples, will you forgive us? Have we done that? I don't think we have.
We want our people using our river. It's really the center of our culture, and we need to be back on the river.